The bond between mother and fetus is special. Through the process of childbirth, the baby is brought into the world. However, timing is very important. Birth before completing the 37th week is risky, whereas survival chances increase if the baby is born closer to 37 weeks. So what are the deciding factors for childbirth, also called parturition? Is it the mother or the fetus who takes the initiative? Let's look into it. Parturition. Our objective is to learn about fetal ejection reflex, parturition, the process of childbirth, and its neuroendocrine control. Gestation, that is, carrying a fetus inside the womb, is an incredible experience for any female. In humans, the period of gestation is about 40 weeks, that is, 9 months. Levels of one of the most crucial hormones, progesterone, that supports pregnancy, remain high throughout this period till approximately the 37th week. The fetus is seen attached to the mother's womb or uterus through a cord-like structure called the umbilical cord, which arises from a vital organ, the placenta. It secretes an important hormone, CRH, corticotropin-releasing hormone, which travels through the umbilical cord and ultimately reaches the fetus. In the fetus, CRH, the stress hormone, influences the fetal brain. It facilitates the release of adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH, from its pituitary gland. This hormone then stimulates fetal adrenal glands to release dehydroepiandrosterone, DHEA. This hormone makes its way into the umbilical cord and then into the placenta. Here it triggers the release of estrogen. Estrogen from the placenta acts on its target site, the uterus, making the uterus responsive to other hormonal actions. The prostaglandins cause mild uterine contractions known as fetal ejection reflex. This triggers the neural system of the mother and causes the release of oxytocin from the pituitary. The hormone acts on the uterus to further enhance uterine contractions. This creates a positive feedback loop, triggering an increased release of oxytocin. Thus, the contractions intensify, causing increased pressure by the fetus on the cervix. This signals that the female has entered labor, which is the process by which childbirth occurs. Simultaneously, placenta, acting as the primary site for hormonal secretion, also releases relaxin. Relaxin facilitates the loosening of the pubic symphysis, thereby making the pelvic area wider. These aid in lodging the fetal head in the pelvic cavity. If required, the hormone oxytocin can be injected into the mother's body to induce labor. Now let's learn about the stages of parturition. During the first stage of labor, also called the dilation phase, the cervix becomes thinner and dilates completely. In the next stage of labor, called the expulsion stage, the uterine contractions push the child down through the vagina. Then, with the aid of the medical staff, the whole child is pulled out, leading to the complete expulsion of the child. This process of childbirth is called parturition. This is followed by the last stage called the afterbirth stage, in which the placenta and remains of the umbilical cord are expelled out of the uterus. This marks an end to the process of childbirth. This process of childbirth is called parturition.